Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Sympathy Kiss. Continuing Nordy's route. He's a little train wreck, isn't he? He may or may not have amnesia. He may or may not be a handsy weirdo. He may or may not be a liar. We don't really know. He seems harmless. May or may not be true. He is both good and bad and easygoing and probably dangerous, but not, but I don't know. Who knows? He is a big fat question mark, but like, he's got like giant puppy eyes, so like, whatever. I can't wait for the drama in this one, because I have a feeling it's really gonna go insane, so. But anyway, we were just getting back from grocery shopping. Okay. We were able to buy so many wonderful things. Let's dig in. Tainaka's voice was loud as he signaled for us to start eating. You seem to be enjoying it, Spacey. Oh, you didn't notice. I'm sure if the chefs saw you eating it like that, they'd be overjoyed. He likely intended it as a compliment, but it made me feel strangely self-conscious. As I looked down, Tainaka suddenly reached over and poked my cheek. You got a grain of rice on your cheek. I'm not going to steal your food, so just take your time eating. I'd hate it if you choked or something. Something my brother's like, yeah, well, I wish you would choke. I don't. I like Nori so far, but it's just one of those, like, I just see the animosity building and him being touchy-feely and us being like, I want you to leave, but never being able to get rid of him, and we get to this point, like, I don't want you to choke. I want you to choke. We're gonna have that moment in this route. Is that like a premonition that there's gonna be a point where I'm like, I wish you would choke, and then we're gonna get over it and then love him again? Oh, dear God. He nonchalantly ate the grain of rice from my cheek. I was overwhelmed with how much my face burned. Well, he's a little weirdo, girl. You gotta get used to it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's gonna take a while. I always found myself feeling flustered or surprised when I was around Tainaka. I figured if I kept glancing at him, he'd keep throwing me off balance, so I decided to focus solely on my food. After we finished our meal, Tainaka, as if suddenly recalling something, asked me a question. By the way, what do you do for work? It hit me that just as I knew nothing about him, he also knew nothing about me. And he's totally okay staying with strange women. Because, like, I mean, we gotta worry about a strange man at our house, but he should worry that we're a serial killer. You don't know me. You don't know how much I swing. Okay. I think we've already had a discussion that I'm like, no, I'm in danger of I might have been a serial killer. I don't know. It's touch and go here. I was watching something. It was probably on Instagram. It was just a random thing that popped up. And it was like two guys, and one's like, okay, this is a test to see if you're a serial killer. And he gives the guy a question or whatever. And I'm like, instantly know the answer. And I'm like, oh, shit. And he's like, and the guy's like, I have no idea. And he's like, oh, that's good, because if you know the answer and you can figure this out, you might be psychotic or whatever. And I'm like, yep, okay. Or like a sociopath or a psychopath or something like that. It was whatever. And I'm like, yeah, see, and the fact that, like, I'm like, also, but there were so many people in the comments like, it's just logic? And I'm like, I don't know, though. I'm like, it's, okay. If I remember it correctly, there's a woman whose son dies, and, well, at the funeral, is her son or her husband? I don't know, somebody dies. Okay. Then, while at the funeral, she meets this guy that, she talks to, and she finds him really hot or whatever. And then, they part ways after the funeral. And then, like, a month later or something, she murders her daughter. And it's like, why did she murder her daughter? And it's like, because she thought that guy was going to show up at the funeral. Like, duh. Like, if someone in your family, like, is dead, and this hot guy shows up, then you're like, I want to meet this hot guy again. I didn't get his number, so, like, I'm going to kill my daughter, and then he'll show up. I mean, that is psychotic, but like being able to like piece that out supposedly shows that you're like a psychopath or something. And so many people like it's just this kind of logical, like, you know. And I mean, but it's set up and it is kind of obvious if you think about it. Hey, this woman meets this hot guy at her son's funeral, blah blah blah, and then 2 months later she kills her daughter. Why? I mean, because you made a point to say she met a hot guy at the funeral, and then they parted ways and she didn't. It's like if you were like, oh, she got his number and they started dating, then said, why did she kill her daughter? No. But like you made a point that she meets this attractive man at the funeral and doesn't get his contact information, doesn't know who he is, then you're like, and then she kills her daughter. Yeah, because the hot guy will show up at the funeral. I mean, it's not a far leap of logic, you know what I mean? But it is one of those you're like, oh, I mean, I got it a little too fast, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. You don't know that I might have to kill you, Nori, so that Boss Babe tries to comfort me because someone close to me died tragically. You don't know. You don't know what I'm going to do to get in Boss Babe's pants. To be fair, you don't have to work very hard. Boss Babe is like one light breeze from letting go, so all I have to do is blow in his ear and that man's on the floor, and then I can be on top of him and it'll be fine. Listen, he was extremely frisky. You were there in that route. That motherfucker wouldn't, like, Nori might touch me more. That's about the only thing. But Jesus. The shit Boss Babe tried on us? Oof, pin me against the wall again. Jesus. Anyway, not about him, but still. But Nori knows nothing about me, so I could be a serial killer for all you know. You think I'm dainty and cute, but you should be careful when you sleep. You know, we need more games with heroines like that, I'm just saying. Anyway, I hesitated to talk about myself, but thought it might convince him to drop the amnesia charade and tell me his story too. But what if it's not a charade? I'm still wondering about this. You work in app development and operation. Is Starcy? Oh, making stuff like that must be tough. That's amazing. Tainaka's eyes sparkled as he expressed his admiration. I quickly dismissed it as not being anything particularly impressive. He's like, no, you have a good job. You make money. I could be your sugar baby. This is awesome. I'm just saying. He was like, oh, impressive. Like, what kind of money does that bring in? Like, are you going to be able to support me in the lifestyle I'm accustomed to living? To be fair, he's used to sleeping on the street, so fucking anything is better than that. After all, the work I did was largely something anyone could do. I'd recently been transferred to a department to deal with an app that would probably be shut down. I couldn't help voicing my anxiety about whether I could accomplish what needed to be done. That's how I feel I'm not sure I can accomplish what needs to be done. That's my motto for every day that ends in Y. But that app's important to your company, right? I may not understand all the complexities, but I still think you're amazing, Spacey. I needed that. Thank you, Nori. I mean, if somebody was hurt, you wouldn't send them to someone who doesn't know what they're doing, right? And that means they trust you to heal the patient. Or in your case, the app. Nah, they just don't have any other options, but you know what? I'm gonna take, yeah, all right, thanks. I'm gonna choose to believe what you're saying, even though inside I'm like, no, they just don't have any other options. But like, I mean, I guess better than nothing is better than nothing. It's something, all right. His words brought back to mind my previous conversation with Director Kobase. Wouldn't you like to see how far you can go? No. Join my department, Amasawa. I'll join your department. Oh, that's not what you... I'd like to be on your staff. Nori doesn't know what he's in for. I'm definitely unhinged. It was Director Kobase who personally selected me for the team. The more stressed out and anxiety-riddled I get, I think, in general, with, like, life and the universe and everything, the more unhinged we get when we play these games and the more inappropriate comments I make. So you know that, like, everything is peachy and wonderful and golden when I'm like, yeah, no, these games are fun. Okay, great. And I have like no personality when I'm like, okay, we're reading this. Oh, I'd love to come work for your team. That sounds great. And I'm not making lewd, inappropriate comments about jumping on a staff. I'm just saying. You know that or either that or when that day comes, I'm like, oh my God, I would never say anything so lewd and inappropriate. I've been kidnapped and send help. Okay, seriously. That will be my cry for like, something is wrong with Spacey. Because she's not saying anything wildly inappropriate. Basically the day I turned my filter back on. Which I tried doing for a short time when we started this channel. We were like, tour guide, hi, welcome. This is my channel. We're going to play lots of games. It'll be so much fun. And like, as soothing as that would be, we'd have to have like soothe time with Spacey. I would have to play a game. And which game would you like to play? Oh, look, isn't it charming and wonderful? Aren't we all at peace and calm? Are you snuggled in your blanket? Do you have a tasty treat? I don't know how long I could keep that up. They couldn't do that for everything we play. It would be very hard. But you know, it's a thought. There's a thought there. I'd probably be laughing the whole fucking time trying to maintain that, but anyway. It was Director Kobase who personally selected me for the team again. Well, I mean, because, like, he wants to do us as much as we want to do him. Let's be real. Did that mean that Director Kobase believed I could contribute to a Starsea's revival? Sure. I mean, okay, in the world of the game, yes. In my head, it's like, no, he just wants to bag me. It's nothing to do with my, job prowess. That's not the kind of prowess he wants from me. Wait, that's rude and that's mean to me. Thinking about it that way made me want to work even harder. Did I miss the mark? Perhaps because I'd been silent for too long, Tanaka spoke up anxiously. I shook my head to dispel his worries. He smiled brightly. It's good. Oh, but if you got such an important job, does that mean you'll be even busier soon? It was the second time today that I'd been confronted with the hectic future of a Starsea. It wouldn't be long until I'd be busier than ever before. I thought so. Oh, look at him! Stop it! Look at his little oh, you're not going to be home a lot to play with me. It's okay, sweetie, we'll get you lots of toys that you could play with. We won't crate you as long as you don't potty on my carpet. As long as you're a good boy and go on the puppy pads, okay? You don't have to be crated when we're not home. You behave, though. Seriously, it's like we're training a new puppy. Look at his face! Stop it! I've been thinking about this all day. I feel guilty about staying here for free, but I don't have any money to pay you with. Get a job? So, here's a thought. I'm pretty handy when it comes to cleaning and doing laundry, so if you'll let me stay, I'll take care of all that. I mean, I'm not going to begrudge somebody if they want to dust all my shit. Just saying, because I hate cleaning, so, go for it. I love the way everything looks when everything's sparkly, fresh, and clean. We scrubbed our couch, got rid of all the little bird crumbs, because somebody is a messy pig bird. Changed out the puppy pads. Everything is sparkly and shiny. And it's like, oh, stay like that for 2 minutes. It's already messy because we had lunch and the bird. Now there's carrot crumbs on my couch. And it's like, great. You know what I mean? But, it looks beautiful for a second. And then with a bird, you're like, I just vacuumed. What the fuck is all over the floor? You have to vacuum 6 times a day. He's snuggled by my neck, so I'm not going to disrupt him, but he's a messy pig bird. He was trying to learn how to type earlier, which was actually kind of funny. Yeah, you were trying to get to my food. You were trying to get to my lunch bowl. Because you thought, but my computer was sitting there, my work computer, and he ran across it, and I was like, oh, actually, learn how to type. Let me bring up my normal OneNote, and you just type. And I'm trying, He's sitting there watching me, and I'm like, this is really bizarre that he's just sitting by the side of my computer, just sitting there, because it's warm. That's where the warmth comes out, you know? And he's sitting there, and I'm like, look, this, you just push the buttons down. And he goes, and a couple of times he ran across the keyboard, and I'm like, I'm like, no, you gotta peck them hard. Push them down. Make it look like you were just running. You're not fat enough to actually put any weight and press the keys. But I'm like, this way, when I want to pretend I'm doing something, you can type random shit, and they'll think I'm typing at work. Like, that'll be perfect. Then they'll be like, wow, she types a lot. Yeah. Also, because I swear to God, last night I'm sitting there on the couch watching TV, whatever, and I hear something. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I get the way he flew and the sound his little tippy-tappy toes made, and I was like, turn around, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing on my work desk? He's just sitting on my work desk. I'm like, you trying to work after hours? Like, goddamn, you're industrious, but you've never tried to work before. Keep telling him he's got to earn his keep. It finally sunk in. He's like, open up your laptop. I got shit to do. Like, I think it's because I have a couple of bird toys on my desk, so when he's sitting with me and sometimes he'll sit on my wrist, I'm always like, do you want to come sit down on the desk and play with the bird toys? Like one of your dingle balls and this other little toy. I'm like, do you want to come play? And I'm wondering if he was there because there was like pens in the way. But I was like, are you trying to get to the dinkly ball that's there? Or are you trying to like, the cat toys that basically have bells inside? He loves those. I'm not sure if he loves them or hates them, to be fair. It's really hard to tell. But like, because he always throws the ones off his cage. But I'm like, are you trying to get to that? Is that what you're doing? But he just kind of sat there, and I was like, the fuck are you doing on my work desk? And today he just kept running across my computer. Listen, just going to teach you to be useful. Maybe you'll, like, code something, and it'll be genius. It'll be like, I'm going to take credit for it, though, because it's about time you earned your keep. You cost a lot of money. You do. You got to earn monies to pay for your foodies. And if you want treats and toys, you got to earn monies to pay for those. What do you think I am? You think I bought you and to use my own hard-earned monies for you? He's like, yes, that's what mommies are supposed to do. You don't have a baby if you can't support it. I know, right? You's a big baby. He's probably completely passed out, and I'm basically talking to a log over here. But anyway, so if Nori wants to clean, that's great. I love a sparkly, clean apartment. It's really nice. You're like, oh, I just don't want to get it there. It's the process of getting it there that sucks, so.
Actually, I'd be grateful if you'd let me handle it. After hearing what you said just now, I want to support you in any way I can. Though, for now, this is all I can do.
I already appreciated how clean the apartment was, so Tainaka's proposal sounded more than fair. I was torn between my enduring reservations about him and the allure of less housework. Less housework won. I was like thinking to myself, my reservations about him and less housework. And I'm like, less housework? I didn't even have to finish the sentence as I was reading it. So I'm glad. Yeah. Me and her are on the same wavelength here. One brain cell.
Then you'll let me handle it. Thank you. I'll do my very best to ensure you're happy. Could you show me how the washing machine works? Also, if there's a way you want me to fold your laundry, let me know.
The thought crossed my mind that he might intend to wash my underwear as well.
Huh? Of course. Separating them would be a hassle, don't you think?
Like, he's just so nonchalant, like, yeah.
It's not like I get perverted thoughts just from seeing your panties.
Absolutely not! Hit him. Please tell me we can hit him. I want to hit him. Oh my god. Please, I want to hit him. Yes! I just want to hit him.
Ouch! Sorry. I didn't mean to be insensitive.
Listen. Now I feel bad with the sad look on his face that we just smacked a puppy. Like, that's really mean. But, like, damn, I just wanted to hit him. I want you here to clean my apartment, but I will whack you with a rolled up newspaper if I have to. I simply couldn't have a man handling my unmentionables. I mean... Not yet, anyway. I told him that I'd place the clothes I wanted washed into the laundry basket and take care of everything else myself.
Okay. Then I'll start with the housework tomorrow.
I'll have a separate underwear basket. After After a few twists and turns, my real cohabitation with Tanaka began. I was cautious and nervous for the first few weeks, but living with him turned out to be surprisingly peaceful. We've been living with him for weeks. Although I still cooked my own meals and did some of my own laundry, having such a tidy apartment was a joy. My life was unexpectedly stress-free. I mean, the least he could do... I mean, he's cleaning up around the apartment and keeping it nice and tidy. That's nice. But, like, I mean, isn't part of your job as a house husband also to maybe, like, have a nice meal for me when I come home once in a while? Granted, he probably doesn't know when we're coming home, but we could call him, hey, I'm on my way home, and he could be like, cool, I'm gonna pop something in the oven. I'm just saying. Doesn't have to do it every night, but once in a while it'd be nice. Maybe make us some desserts? Not only that, but his encouragement really fueled my motivation at work. See, is why everyone should get a dog. I have a bird. That's the best thing I'm gonna do. I'm not a dog person, but like, I mean, we have Labradoodle and then we have whatever the fucking kind of dog Nori is. He's just a puppy. So we have puppy and we have Labradoodle. I did not expect to have 2 dog boyfriends, but Amasawa, can I have a moment? You can have more than a moment. You can have my entire life. Hearing a familiar voice, I looked up to see Director Kobase standing beside my desk. You've been working very hard recently. I looked over the materials you put together. They're excellent. I really just wanted to impress you, so you take my pants off. I mean, your pants off. I mean, both of our pants up. I mean, can we have sex on the desk now? Is that okay? Now, there's something I'd like to discuss. Yoshioka from Sympathy has proposed a dinner party for our 2 companies to mingle. He seemed to enjoy our gathering at Evergreen last time. Encouraging more social interaction between the teams might foster better communication. If you don't mind, I'd like you to take charge of organizing it. I'd heard about our potential collaboration with Sympathy, so getting the 2 teams together made sense. I wasn't sure of my ability to act as an organizer, but declining a request from the director wasn't really an option because I want to get in his pants. She didn't say that last part, but I mean, understood. So you'll do it? Thanks. Sorry for putting this on you. By putting this on you, do you mean your body? Because don't be sorry about that. I can't help it. This man shows up and all my common sense and everything goes out the window and we're just in whore mode. Because I love him. I don't know what it... Listen, you put a man in a suit with glasses and a cold attitude, even though he's a big fat fucking marshmallow. I mean, the marshmallows are my favorite sexuality. Yoshioka will inform us later about the number of attendees on his side. And I'm afraid we don't have too much of a budget for things like this. If it's too formal, people will tense up. Could you work out something that's a little more casual? Darts at a dive bar. Got it. I'm counting on you. As Director Kobase walked away, I turned my attention back to my computer. As I checked my email, I saw Yoshioka had already sent a message about the gathering. Including the Astario team, there would be around 10 people. He also expressed that he was looking for a relaxed atmosphere that would spur conversation. Could you imagine if Kobase hadn't come over and said anything? You'd have gotten your email and you'd be like, the fuck is he talking about? And then your boss would be like, hey, do you mind? And you're like, I don't have a choice. You basically, like, voluntold me. You know? After that, I quickly began searching for a suitable location. It's going to be Evergreen, isn't it? Oh, you know what? We're going to go and we're going to find out that puppy over here, that, like, fucking Scooby, is great at party planning. I can't call him Labradoodle because we already have a Labradoodle, but it's just, nothing rolls out of my brain like Labradoodle. I don't know.
Welcome home! I bet you did a fantastic job today, too.
He offered me a light hug, which had become our routine whenever I returned home. Yeah, we're basically married. I was no longer surprised by it, though it still made my heart race. Tanaka curiously tilted his head, releasing me from his arms. To pull myself together, I reminded him not to get carried away. After my bath, I noticed Tanaka gazing at my shelves.
Sorry, I was just admiring how pretty that bottle is.
A nice little over-the-shoulder sprite like this is precious. I love it. He pointed to where I displayed my glass perfume bottles.
Spacey, do you wear perfume?
In response, I Happy or sad? I don't really know the answer to this. Like, do I wear perfume? Yes? I guess. If we have perfume bottles, I'm assuming we wear them. We don't just collect the bottles. That seems expensive. Unless we, like, go to, like, flea markets or something and they have, like, empty bottles. Then, like, okay. Yeah, okay, it's laughter. Sure. I nodded. I wore perfume nearly every day. The one he pointed to was my favorite.
I see. And that must be why you always smell so nice. It's nice to be able to change your perfume depending on your mood or the season.
After that, Tainaka leaned in, burying his face against the base of my neck. Whoa, sir.
You smell like you just came out of the bath.
Didn't I, though?
We use the same soap, but why do you smell so much sweeter, Spacey?
Are you trying to, like, move in here permanently? Because, like, it feels like you're trying to flirt with me now, and, like, you're already staying here. You don't need to try this hard. His breath on my neck was warm and embarrassing. I tried to push him away, but he looked at me with those big, bright eyes of his. Yeah, he can get anything he wants by looking at us with those puppy eyes, which is really a bad thing.
I know. How about I give you a massage?
Okay. I snorted at the random offer, stunned. Before I could ask why, he was already reaching for my shoulders.
Don't your shoulders get all stiff from working at a computer all day? See, like right here.
I'm just saying, a hot man who's going to clean my house, do my laundry. We are going to have to teach him how to cook for us, but like, or we cook together because that's fun, but then will also give me a massage? I'm not okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. I mean, would I rather have to give a man a massage and clean his house so I don't have to? Yeah, I don't know. I like my independence, but like, I don't know. This is. It's tempting. I don't think I'm gonna forsake Boss Babe for it, but it is tempting and it's interesting, and I'm not okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for this right now. His fingers pressed down on a knot in my shoulder, and I jolted upright.
Did I surprise you? Sorry about that. I'll do it seriously, so don't get mad. Ahem. Mademoiselle, your shoulders are so stiff. Do you work at a desk?
He suddenly started play acting like a high-class masseuse. I giggled. It was hard for me to play along as naturally, but I nodded to him. I knew it. I had a feeling. If we're gonna play act, I'm like, maybe we should give him a different voice. No.
In that case, I'll start the massage from your neck, okay?
He was impressively good at staying in character as he began to rub the back of my neck and my shoulders.
Does it hurt?
It didn't hurt, but I rarely let anyone touch me like this, so his every move made me a bit jittery. It was a strange feeling, ticklish but comfortable.
Are you ticklish? Oops, mademoiselle, please don't move. You must stay still.
He whispered his gentle reprimand in my ear. Oh, don't whisper in my ear like that, I'm gonna fall over. I bit my lip, fighting the shiver that ran through me at his deep, breathy, and sweet voice. He does not have a deep voice the way we're doing it.
Please relax. Just let everything go and relax.
Tanaka's hands were so warm. The longer the massage went on, the more I started to enjoy it. So I gave in and just let him keep going. Oh, sorry. I had yawned.
All done.
I wasn't sure how long it had been, but when he stopped, my shoulders felt significantly lighter. I need that in the, that upper back area. Not quite between your shoulder blades, but, slightly right below that. I guess it's more like the middle of your back. Oh, yeah, I can feel it right now. Yeah, I need some, pressure there.
Stiff shoulders mean hard work. You're so dedicated.
Then he tucked some hair behind my ear. I knew I was letting him touch me too much, but in that moment, I felt so comfortable and taken care of that I didn't care. The next day, I finished work early and arrived home before I normally did. I put down my things and noticed an incredible smell coming from the kitchen. Oh, he cooked for us. See, okay, Jesus, all it was like is like every once in a while cooking something for us would be nice. Or he's making meth in their kitchen. I don't know. I don't know if cooking meth smells delicious, though. Following my nose, I found a serving of delicious creamy pasta on the counter. Maybe Tainaka had made it from scratch. He'd never mentioned cooking himself, so I'd assumed he just didn't cook well. Apparently I was wrong. He's a masseuse, he's really good at cleaning, and he's really good at cook. Like, what the fuck? To help him out, I went to carry the dish and some silverware to the table, but... Don't! Tainaka shouted and hit the plate out of my hand. It fell to the ground, completely shattering the dish and ruining the pasta. I was shocked. That plate was very special to me. It was one of the first things I'd bought when I'd started living alone. I was just trying to help. Why did he sound like I'd done something wrong? This is interesting. Because I'm wondering, like, if he was like, no, that's mine! Like, he thought we were taking it, but this is a very weird reaction even to that. You know what I mean? I couldn't stop my voice from cracking as I asked him. Tainaka sulked and looked away from me.
But you were gonna eat my food without asking.
No? Okay, that's a very odd reaction. Were you abused? That's the only, like, that's the thing is, like, because you were, like, very, like, you were gonna eat my food without asking, and I was like, no! And it's like, no, we were gonna take it and bring it to the table for you. I was expecting an apology, not an accusation. I told him I was just gonna carry his food to the table, not eat it. Even after that, Tainaka simply remained silent. Seeing him have that attitude after breaking my plate infuriated me. Get out. I want you to leave. Ooh. I feel like I want you to leave. So get out. I feel like I want you to leave. Is firm, but still is not as mean. You know? Yeah, I want you to leave. Damn, I'm doing good with him. That's not gonna last. Hurt flashed in his eyes as he looked at me, trying to see if I'd meant it. I did.
All right.
He nodded, his smile gone, and he began to pack his things. And just like that, he was gone. He'd once pleaded to stay with me, yet now left without any protest. I stared at the door that closed behind him, dumbfounded. I kept telling myself this was inevitable, for the best, but uneasiness gnawed at me. I was the one who kicked him out, but horrible images of him sleeping outside alone at night filled my mind. I could no longer sit still and ran out to go look for him. Ran right into his back as he's standing right outside the door. The sun had already set, making the night dark and chilly. I searched the nearby convenience stores and the supermarket that stayed open late. There was no sign of Tainaka. The weird thing is she was there for like 2 minutes. How the fuck did he disappear that fast? A pain stabbed through my chest at the thought that crossed my mind. What if another woman had picked him up already? Oh, she's like, what if another woman I'll kill that bitch. Uh-huh. Given how easily I had allowed him to stay with me, it was entirely possible. I kept searching, frantic and distraught. Spacey! Suddenly I heard his voice. Before I could turn around, a forceful tug on my wrist pulled me. Are we getting CG? Oh, nope. I found myself enveloped in Tainaka's arms.
It's not safe for you to walk outside at night alone like this.
Oh, he looks a little mad at us. His voice was the same, but it carried a serious undertone I hadn't heard before. It's interesting seeing him a little... He's not pouty like, oh, I'm sad. He's like, you shouldn't be out alone. Sir? Like, you shouldn't be out here alone, Spacey. It's dangerous. The hell did that come from? You know what I mean? Like...
Besides, you shouldn't look so lonely. You might attract unwanted attention.
His arms encircled me completely, and it wasn't his usual soft hug. His embrace was strong, and I found it hard to breathe. You starting to wonder if he just plays like innocent, docile little puppy boy to get his way and get to stay with people, because otherwise isn't, but then like he's actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm just a little flake. I don't know things. Oh my god, look, I'm adorable. Look at my little face. Like, if he's just fucking playing the flirty whore? You know? Interesting.
What are you doing out here? looking for me?
Seeing me nod, his eyes widened in surprise. But a smile quickly replaced his shock. He's like, were you looking for me? No. Like, but it's like, why would you ask that if you didn't suspect?
You were the one who told me to leave. You sure are strange. Were you worried about me?
I hesitated a little, but still nodded.
It seems like we really do love each other.
Wow.
Huh? I'm wrong. Don't be a meanie. Look at his little pouty face. It's adorable.
I love it. He pouted his lips, his voice now playful, and I felt relieved that he seemed happy to find me out here.
Thank you for coming out to find me. I really intended to leave after making you so upset. But seeing you walking around so sad, I couldn't resist giving you a big hug.
And then he's giving the sad face again. Ah! Puppy just had an accident. It's okay. Take him back in. Damn it. They did a great job with him, I'm going to be honest, with the eyes, because they big puppy eyes, and you were like, stop it, don't be sad, puppy. Tainaka carefully released his hold on me. Looking straight into my eyes, he asked,
since you came looking for me, does that mean it's okay if I come back?
I smiled as I told him yes. It wasn't just okay, I was truly hoping he would.
Really? No takesies backsies, okay? Thank you. Also, I'm sorry for losing my temper earlier. That plate was precious to you, wasn't it? I'm not sure if I can find an exact match, but I'll buy you a new one. Can I borrow $5?
No, I'm just kidding. His sincere apology caused any lingering resentment to evaporate. He's gonna steal us a new one, isn't he? I wanted to ask what made him so angry, but it didn't feel like the right moment. I feel like he says he has amnesia and doesn't remember his past, but I feel like he does, but he had a traumatic childhood or something. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that reaction, like, no, don't! And then trying to, and like reacting to somebody stealing your food so, with the way he did is just, you either, people always kept stealing your food when you were little, or you never had enough food. You know what I mean? It's like a food insecurity thing. And it could be like, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's something sus about that. Well, this is not just like, hey, what the fuck? You're going to steal my pasta, bitch? The overreaction to it is like, just says a lot.
Did you get hurt when the dish broke?
I told him I was fine and also took a moment to apologize for getting so upset with him.
It's alright. I should take the blame. You don't have to apologize. Let's go home.
After saying that, he took my hand in his as if he'd done it 1,000 times. Feeling a bit flustered, I almost pulled my hand back, but then he intertwined our fingers.
What's the matter? We made up, didn't we? Besides, it's not safe out here. I'll be a good boy from now on. Let's go back to the way things were, Spacey.
See, he even thinks he's a dog. Well, you know, I guess that's how he endears himself to people. He was pushy and spoiled, but those pleading puppy eyes had worked their charm on me, as with a handful of other women before. I wondered why I let someone like him into my life, but the truth was I was hopelessly and wholly spellbound by his smile and those puppy eyes. I also like that, like, for someone who's kind of, like, rational like her, you know, she doesn't seem like she acts irrationally or crazy. She's acting a little cray-cray with him. You know what I mean? Because, like, but he makes, valid. He makes me a little cray-cray. Like, not like some other characters in other games, but it's like, he definitely, you were like, look at the puppy eyes! Just let him stay in bed! And then she's like, I just let him stay. And it's like, well, that was stupid. Also would have done the same. Absolutely thought to do the same, but it's still stupid. I recognize it's stupid. But he has such sad eyes. They did a great job with that.
I messed up real bad this time. After leaving Spacey's place, I found myself walking alone through the quiet residential district.
Okay, so this is literally like 5 minutes before we found him?
I was really lucky when Spacey let me stay with her. Honestly, I was a little worried by the fact that she trusted me so easily.
I mean, we're also worried about it, don't get me wrong.
But in the end, I upset her and got kicked out. It was to be expected. I broke something she cared about and didn't apologize. Spacey was so upset. I really am the worst.
Kinda. Not just because you were a jerk about the plate, because, like, you have some other kind of lingering trauma, probably, and then you weren't thinking straight, so valid, but, like, you're a moocher, and you're giving us puppy eyes, and you're hiding some shit, and there's gonna be some crazy drama, so... I really am the worst. Later on, we're gonna be like, he really is the worst, remember? So, premonition right here.
I was so scared she was going to try my cooking. And I couldn't apologize properly because of my own issues.
So, you were gonna try... Wait. You didn't want us to try your cooking? So it's not like a weird food trauma response. It's, don't eat that, because are you trying to perfect your cooking? Like, I don't want you to try something that might not be good. Because that's not, she was going to eat my food. She was going to try my cooking. So now it sounds more like, oh, I want to cook something for you, but I want to make sure it's perfect because you let me stay here and everything. So instead of like, I tried cooking, it's probably bad, and then you eat something and you're like, no, it's fine. He doesn't want it to be fine. He wants it to be perfect. So he's trying to cook and do stuff when we're not home, you know, so that like someday we're going to come home and he's going to be like, ta-da, I made this awesome dinner. But the thing is like, which is kind of adorable, but kind of stupid at the same time. It's adorable because you're like, that's so cute, but it's stupid because it's like, you know, that's the whole thing. If you're trying, like, if you're a normal person who knows how to cook, or somehow, I mean, everybody knows how to cook something. You know what I mean? Not all of us are gourmet chefs, like, but we can manage to cook mac and cheese. You can cook some other things. You know what I mean? But if you're trying, say, a new recipe or a fancier dish, it might not come out perfect, but the fun of like cooking with someone else, or like, okay, we tried this, and then you're like, no, this was horrible. And you're laughing with each other about it. You know, that's the fun part. And that's the good relationship. But we're not really in a relationship with Nori, and I can see he wants to like keep us happy. And like, because if he cooked us horrible food, we'd be like, oh God, whatever. And he's trying to impress us. We're still in that like, getting to know you, any little thing could be like, nah, I don't want to be in this relationship, even though we're not in a relationship, you know? So I feel like he's making a bigger deal out of presenting us with a good meal than he really needs to, but it's kind of cute still, so, And but his issues about not being able to apologize. Curious about that.
But it was just too painful to share them. Guess I'm back outdoors again tonight. A bit chilly, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Maybe I'll be able to find somebody if I go to Evergreen. Lost in thought, I wandered aimlessly around the neighborhood.
Hey, it's Nori!
Huh? I turned around to see a group of people I'd met before.
Hey, you're right! Long time no see! What brings you here?
A walk.
My legs?
I didn't have their numbers. I barely remembered their names. We weren't really friends, and they didn't pry. They dressed flashy, and on the outside seemed a bit sketchy, but they were good people at heart.
You seem a bit sketchy, so fair. Got kicked out of another girl's place, huh?
Something like that.
For real? Can't believe a girl could actually get fed up with you, Nori.
I messed up and made her upset. Why don't you come over to my place tonight? You can do whatever you want to me, Nori.
Wow, girl! You got a thing for Nori now?
Why not? He's handsome and he's got this soothing aura. He's all right in my book.
You can do whatever you want to me. Girl! Well, you heard her, so what's the plan?
Usually I jump at the opportunity. But for some reason I couldn't get Spacey's face out of my mind. Thanks, but I'll pass for tonight.
Oh, leaving already?
Yeah, I don't know if she'll let me back in, but I gotta try.
Ugh, alright, sure. Good luck with that. When things are settled, you should come hang out with us. We should all grab drinks again.
If you get kicked out again, you're always welcome at my place. Yeah, thanks. I waved them off and began to backtrack.
That's actually kind of, it's obviously like any other time she's like, you can do whatever you want to me. What were you doing to these women? Curious. Maybe nothing, maybe stuff, but they were down for stuff. But like, the fact that like he's been staying with us for probably at least a month. It's been a couple of weeks. That could be 2 weeks. It could be 4 weeks. It could be 8 weeks. We don't really know, you know? So we'll just say a month, you know? And in that time now, he has given the opportunity to go stay with this chick. He's like, yeah, I want to go back to Spacey. That's really sweet. I like that. Look at you. Aren't you adorable?
I wonder why I've always managed to break things off with everyone who's let me in before. But Spacey's different.
I've managed to break things off. Because, interesting. You have commitment issues. Got it. But now you want to stay with us. Is it because we don't want you?
As I made it back to the residential area, I noticed a familiar figure. Is that Spacey? What's she doing out here? Is she out shopping? But it's so late. Could it be... Was she looking for me? Before I knew it, I was running. Spacey! Hoping against hope, I sprinted to her, catching her in a hug.
Episode 2. He looks so, like, slightly sad in his little things. He's like, actually, he looks a little like, whatever. I don't want to share my feelings. I only write them in my journal. Like, something. The next day.
Wait, so that guy is still staying with you? She's like, please tell me you're at least sleeping with him.
I'd filled OA in on last night's events, and her surprise was unmistakable.
So he went out looking for him. Have you gotten attached or something? Are you really okay?
I'm like, you should see his puppy eyes. You'd get attached. She's like, I don't believe you. Nori's going to show up and just give her the eyes, and she's going to be like, no, okay, I kind of want to take him home too. I get it. The way she said it made me pause. She was right in a way, but I just shrugged vaguely, neither agreeing nor disagreeing.
Well, if you'd thrown him out and he's...
I don't know why I was just going to give her his voice. Oh my god.
Well, if you'd thrown him out and he'd starved on the streets, you might have had trouble sleeping, I guess. If you're okay with it, I'll just keep watching from the sidelines, but if he really starts bugging you and you want him gone, just say the word. I'll be right there to help you kick him out.
Oh, wait, the fuck it. She shows up and she's got like a baton and she's like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't get out, sir. Kick what out? A sudden voice from behind me made me jump.
Soutame, it's nothing, right? Speaking of which, you're in charge of the Tempesty party, right?
For real? Nice. Let's make it a good time. Her attempt at changing the subject was blatant, but Soutame seemed none the wiser. Okay, wait. I see what's gonna happen here. We're gonna have the party at Evergreen because it's a chill environment, right? Fosters communication, it's calming, nobody is ever there but us. But Nori's gonna get a job there like he did in one of the other routes because he feels bad about breaking our plate and said he was gonna buy us a new one, so he's like, I gotta get a job. So Usui's gonna give him a fucking job there. And then Nori's going to be there when we go to the party, and then they're going to be like, wait, that guy lives with you? And you're like, no, he just sleeps on my couch. He's just my puppy. Can't have him be my labradoodle. I already have a labradoodle. But, like, what? I need another good, like, funny dog name. Damn. He's labradoodle, too. Or also labradoodle. He's not really a labradoodle, though, but, like... But he is a puppy. He's got puppy eyes. So, like, he's our sad, wet puppy. I don't know.
Director Kobase mentioned it to me. Need help finding a venue? We can look together.
I nodded eagerly. I meant to research more yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. Always offer to help was a lifesaver.
Somewhere that's not too formal, but not a dive bar either. Somewhere classy, nice enough for gatherings.
Why do we go to Evergreen again? Like we needed help figuring that one out. Hey, why don't we book the entire bar? Yoshioka's been there before, so it'll be easy to get everyone there. The ambiance is perfect, too.
Good point. That sounds ideal.
Plus, remember, we had somebody's going away party there in Yofi's route. The place is always busy with regulars, so we'll need to check with the boss about availability.
If it's already booked, we can always find another place. Let's just ask.
I didn't waste any time and called right then and there. Hello. The manager answered after a couple of rings, his voice as calm and collected as ever. Hello, this is Evergreen. Oh, from Astario. Thank you for your continued patronage. You'd like to reserve the bar? Yes, that can be arranged. I felt a wave of relief at the manager's words, but then his voice adopted an apologetic tone. However, I have some preparatory work that needs attending to. Could we perhaps discuss this another day? We can discuss the details of the date and time then. I'd forgotten that Evergreen was usually busy around this time, prepping for the afternoon crowd. I apologized, asking if it'd be okay to drop by tomorrow instead. Yes, that'll be just fine. See you tomorrow. Bye, Liquor Daddy. What'd the old boss say? Saltame asked the moment I hung up. I told him we'd be able to reserve the whole bar and that I'd set a meeting with the manager for tomorrow. Huh, nice. So you'll iron out the details tomorrow, and if everything lines up, it's a go. I hope it works out. I'd feel less nervous hosting the get-together at Evergreen, too. I quickly thanked the two of them for the suggestion.
No worries. Good luck playing the organizer that's always tough. Oh, that's always tough.
For real. If you hit any snags, just let us know. We'll do what we can to help, right, Oe?
Exactly. We're all on the same team after all.
Imagine having teamwork like this.
I might as well join you for the meetings tomorrow. And if we wrap up early, we can have a drink before heading home.
I smiled and looked to Saltame expectantly. What? You want me to come too? Oh, yeah, we need you to come so our other dog gets jealous of you. Just like Yofi got jealous of you. You're the one that everybody gets jealous of. Sorry, I got another appointment tomorrow. You two have fun. Bye, Labradoodle.
Aw, what a shame.
Don't sound too happy about it, Oe.
She's like, oh, what a shame, never mind. No, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, right, your voice and words don't match at all.
Alright, fine, you got me. But so what? It's been a while since we had a girls' night out.
A girls' night, huh? Got it. Anyway, I'm gonna fade out.
Fade out? Who says that? Just go and get to your meeting already.
I chuckled at their playful banter, happy that I was a part of their team.
So you'll be home late tomorrow, then?
I filled him in about the meeting tomorrow and how I'd be coming home late. Tainaka looked slightly disappointed.
I was hoping we could have dinner together, but I guess work comes first. But don't stress. And the kitchen's totally stocked, so I can handle dinner myself, Spacey. Actually, I should be thanking you for always cooking for me.
It was still a bit unclear after our tiff, but it seemed that Tainaka was able to cook for himself.
Spacey, you're the type to feed the fish you catch, huh?
Huh?
Is that not a saying? Well, we can make it one between us.
Anyway, and now you're a fish? No, you're a stray dog.
Here's a hug for always feeding me.
Tainaka wrapped his arms around me like he always did. If all his hugs really were just a way for him to express his thanks, I couldn't help but think we really could just let things continue on this way. You're like, I mean, sure, you can just keep hugging me. And then you fell in love with him. And one day you were like, and then somehow he ended up married. What the fuck?
Sweetie, it's been 62 years. I think you need to get over it.
Late in the evening the following day, Oe and I arrived at Evergreen before it opened. Welcome. Thank you for coming today.
The pleasure's all ours.
I mean, hello, Liquor Daddy. We exchanged greetings, and I spread out the documents I'd prepared on the table. Referring to those, I briefly summarized the party I was planning. I see. So it's a gathering with Tempesty. I don't have any other bookings for that day, so that should be fine. However, could I ask you to arrange your own food catering? I won't be able to manage everything with so many guests. There's 10 people. But it is a small bar, to be fair, so.
Of course, once we sort out the catering, Amasawa will reach out to you.
Sorry to put that on you. Of course, I'll be providing the drinks. I mean, I fucking hope so. You're a bartender. This is a bar.
Perfect. Your drinks are always so tasty, right?
Thank you. As for the budget, the proposed amount is fine with me.
Thank you. That's really helpful. We'll send the invoice details later.
The meeting went smoother than I had anticipated. Nothing... Okay. Nothing would not go smooth with Liquor Daddy. That was going to come out wrong, because it's like, went smoother than I expected. You're talking to Liquor Daddy. I think you should expect everything to be smooth. That's it. It would be very unexpected if things weren't smooth. He's just smooth. Okay? I don't understand how we're going to get drama in that man's route. I really just want his route to be like, no, we just chill and we're just like listening to jazz, drinking whiskey together, and it's just like, that's it? There's no drama, no nothing. It's just chill and calm and cool, because I am fine with that. But like the way the drama happens in these routes, Jesus! He's gonna be, oh God, you're gonna lock me in the basement of the bar, aren't you? Whatever. Will you be returning to the office after this?
No, we'll be heading straight home from here. Mind if we have a drink before we go?
He's like, that is my stock and trade. Not at all. Since you're here, can I ask you to taste something new I've been working on for the menu?
Really? Dang, this place really is the best.
I nudged Oe with my elbow, but I was smiling too as Asui brought out appetizers.
By the way, do you usually prepare the food yourself?
As a rule, yes. Although I can't cook anything too complicated. Honestly, I wish I could offer a more varied food menu.
It would be great, but you'd have to hire kitchen staff then, huh?
That's right. So for now, I'll just keep running the bar on my own like this. When more customers began to trickle in, we wrapped up our meeting.
Alright, don't forget to invoice Usui. Later!
I bid Oe farewell as she hurried off, then headed home myself. As I opened my front door, a pleasant aroma wafted toward me. Don't touch his food, remember.
Hey, weren't you supposed to be home late today? You finished up early. Yay, good job again today.
I explained the situation to Tainaka, who promptly gave me his usual after-work hug. Listen, I'm just saying. I realized the same pleasant aroma I'd noticed at the entrance was emanating from him.
Huh? I smell good. Oh, right. I was cooking dinner. You asked me to cook for myself today, right? I just finished cooking.
And no. You know what? We're going to get him the job. We're going to be like, maybe you could go to Evergreen. You're really good at cooking. You should ask Usui for a job. I glanced at the table and spotted a delicious-looking cheese risotto. I'd only nibbled on a few snacks at Evergreen, and I was getting hungry. My stomach portrayed my hunger, and Tainaka chuckled.
Feeling hungry? There's still some easy food like instant noodles.
I made myself this nice risotto. There are some crackers in the cupboard if you want.
He's eating things. The risotto.
Tainaka frowned, seeing me stare at the dish he'd prepared. His reaction took me back to the last time he'd cooked. I'd be like, why do you not want me to share your food?
Don't!
I had no intention of eating his food then, so I didn't push the matter. I assured him I wouldn't steal the meal he worked hard to cook if that was what he was worried about.
No, that's not it.
He denied it, but his hesitant response and vague smile hinted there was still some unspoken worry beneath the surface.
Anyway, let me whip up something different for you.
Interesting. You're still gonna cook something for me. With that, he retreated to the kitchen. Are we gonna steal a bite? My stomach growled again, louder than the last time.
Are you really that hungry?
Feeling a tad embarrassed, I sheepishly admitted the risotto just looked so appealing I couldn't help it.
Oh, you really want to eat it that much? But it's...
I held strong, telling him I had no intention of taking his dinner, especially if there was only one serving. I'd be like, can't I just have a bite? I just want to try it.
No, there's plenty. It's just... Honestly, I just threw it together. I'm not sure how it'll taste.
So you're insecure about your cooking, but it's probably fucking phenomenal. If there was enough for him, then I did at least want to sample his cooking. Despite his reluctance, I asked gently if I could try just a taste.
All right, let me get a plate. Hold on.
I thanked him over and over again as he slumped toward the kitchen. And we're gonna find out that he is a brilliant chef. And he's gonna be like, I don't know, I'm not really good. And you're gonna be like, this is the best fucking thing I've ever tasted, you son of a bitch. You've been holding out on me. I think he might be afraid, thinking that he's not good at cooking because he bounces around from house to house. So he probably has never really cooked for anyone. Maybe he did when he was younger and people were mean to him, but I don't know. But like, I'm feeling that it's one of those like, you know, you eat your own food and you're like, oh no, I cook well. But then like, you don't know how your cooking's gonna be to somebody else. You know what I mean? What their expectations are. So then someone comes over and you cook something that you're used to eating that's totally cool to you. And they're like, oh, this is like weird. You know what I mean? So like I could kind of understand because he's bounced around house to house. He's always the house guest that he'd probably be wary of like cooking for other people. Because it is very like, it's not like, I mean, cleaning, yes, everybody's got a certain way they want their stuff done. Like, he said, certain way you want your laundry folded. But cooking is different. Like, everybody's tastes are different. And you think, like, and he might, maybe someone told him his cooking wasn't great. Maybe he was hanging out with a chick who's a really great chef, or is just used to really high quality meals, and she called his food crap, so now he's afraid of sharing it. I mean, who knows? We don't know. It's just, he's got an insecurity about his cooking. And we're probably going to find out it's motherfucking delicious. And he's just afraid of sharing it with us because he's afraid we're going to be like, ew, it's gross. You know? Because he doesn't know. You know? Like, it's going to be fun. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.